Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Stephanie. Welcome in, hon. How's everybody doing? So that's working. I gotta make sure all the things are working. I was working on something and I kind of had a delayed reaction to actually streaming, so I do apologize. Okay, I think that's all working. Jen is in the house. Mary's in the house.
Mary Kay's Crafting Creations, and you are not following Mary Kay's Crafting Creations, you are wrong, and Krampus is gonna poop in your stocking.
Did I know, Myrna, that you were in Orlando? Because I'm in Sanford, honey. I need to refill my coffee. I just looked at the clock. It's like, wait a minute, it's 12 o'clock. I'm supposed to be doing something. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the cheering to stop. So, hello and it's going again. Is it done? Probably not. And I don't mind. I did have to say hello, 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 and welcome on.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
So, hello, Miss Danielle. Hello, hello, hello. Jen says you're female. Ruth says, Jen, your fishy email from Debbie has been sent along to everyone swimmingly on time. And yes, Mary, I am live right now. I did send out an email. I did post it in a couple of places that we were doing a bonus live today because I did get extra goodies in yesterday. And I've already played a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick refresh thing. Okay, did a quick refresh thing, hoping that will fix it. It probably won't. Stream stickers. If anybody tries stream stickers, well, I'm going to go ahead and see if it works. Let me see. Where's my stream stickers thing? Because stream stickers has already said, hey, you're not working. It does look nice. And yeah, I'm just waiting for y'all to stop doing all the craziness. And I love y'all. I don't mind a bit that you guys are doing the craziness. So yeah. I also got a notice on Twitch, on my main page, it'll tell me what the favorite emoji was. And right now, Swack is the favorite. Has Jen been naughty or nice? Who knows? Oh, nope. Santa says nope. So let me see if it actually, yeah, it looks like the refresh button actually fixed it. So that's good. Stream stickers should actually be working. Welcome in, everybody. And sorry if I was like a minute or so late, but I'm actually finishing up a couple of things. Like, awesome. I'm having a good time learning more about some software that I use, and it works fabulously. Mary, what? Oh, she might have been saying something about the Jen and the Coal Patrol. I need to make that into a sticker. Idea, somebody? Coal Patrol sticker. We do need a Coal Patrol sticker. I do think that you guys need that. Hello, Miss Karen. Welcome in. I can't speak today. I've been talking to Gemini. I have not been. Okay, sometimes saying Coal Patrol won't tell me what it is when I look at it like 6 months from now. I might think that was a problem. I was looking at some of the things in there and cleaning off some things that I know are already done. And there's a couple of things that I don't remember what it was that the idea was. Let's see if I can look at that again. Do I still have that one up? Yes, I do. I'm going to change the one that says Coal Patrol, and I'm going to change it to say Coal Patrol stickers. Just like there's the one that says that this all started with a game of Fortnite. Recipe section for Discord. There is a food section, but I do get that one. I think I fixed, well, I don't know if I fixed the dad jokes yet. Okay, there was one that said Stream Showcase, and there's a second one that says Stream Showcase button. So I think that just means it was entered in twice, and that the Stream Showcase was actually about the button. So that one is one that I think I know. I'm going to go ahead and delete the one that just says Stream Showcase. Goodness, now we have a zombie in the house. That was a short one. I do like the thing that where Mary said, "Hey, you're streaming?" Yes. Did you not see everywhere that I posted or hear that I said yesterday that I said today's Friday? Yeah, I said yesterday that depending on if I get the stuff that's supposed to come in the mail, I may do a bonus stream on Friday. So we are doing a bonus stream today. And I think I need to get started on that instead of looking at my idea list. So we have goodies from Scrappy Tales. This is not the full Good Fortune collection. This is part of the collection because the way that it works with her is I have to tell her which ones do I want the most because I can't afford all of them. Anywho, we do have quite a few things from this. I put my sushi lunch in the food channel. I do want to say thank you to the folks that have said something about getting a fishy email from me. I appreciate that. Looks like there were 2 people that got the fishy email. Hey, Miss Juanita, welcome in. I did get some of my stuff caught up, so we have some new things posting on Instagram, so I'm happy about that. I really need more coffee. Are you guys okay with waiting for just a sec while I go get some coffee? Because like I said, I wasn't looking at the clock. It's a thing. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go and get myself some coffee, and I will be right back. Love y'all.
Beware. If you proceed from this point in the craftosphere, you will have entered the chaos zone.
Welcome in, Ronan. How you doing, honey? I need to go over into the Discord thing in case you want to say hello. I haven't even pulled up Discord this morning. I'm actually shocked. I rebooted. I shut my computer completely down last night. I never do that because I'm always afraid it's not going to work. OBS had an update today, and still everything looks like it's working. I am thrilled that things are working. Okay, there we go. I'll put that one. Alrighty, so welcome in, Ronan. How you doing, hon? Okay, so Mary says, I heard you say you might bonus stream. My Discord has been crazy, so I've been ignoring it, and I haven't checked my email. Well, I'm happy that you're here anyway. So yes, we do have some new goodies from Scrappy Tales from Miss Sabrina, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous collection. And I didn't get all the things. I have not pulled... Thank you for this whack. I have not pulled out the any of my old stuff from her, mostly because what I really need to do is I really need to get organized, and I can't do it at the moment because I can't really get into that room at the moment. So I do have to find my way in and find some things for Summit that I need to... Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. I do need to find some stuff for a summit that I need to do and go ahead and record for this weekend because it's a week late because I made a mistake and recorded the wrong thing. Anywho, you guys ready to see what I got in from Scrappy Tales?
I'm actually a little scared to be in here right now.
Ronan,
Hi.
honey, I love you, but
I love you too.
I mean, no.
Know what?
Okay, you guys may recall that we have not actually been live since Wednesday, which was April Fool's Day, April 1st. And the Ronin
Yes.
said he might have some kind of a thing to show us, and guess what? There was a live stream on his channel, which was a friggin' recording that ends in him friggin' cracking up for like 5 minutes. And then it just starts over again. So he can make sure he caught all the people.
Me.
So friggin' hilarious, honey. And the thing is, it is also proof you could do a live stream. You've got the talent. He could definitely become a streamer. He could do regular
I knew
streams,
that.
and we would go and watch, and I would probably catch the replays if I'm not available during the thing. But yeah.
All I know is that I ended up, I pulled that off, and I think I got like 14, 15 people.
New followers, or 14, 15 people that have watched it?
14, 15 people that showed up.
Oh
I mean,
my, I didn't
did
even
it.
know it was there. I mean, I think I was in the middle of something else, so I missed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I did the,
so funny.
I
And
hit
I've
the
had
button,
people tell
people
me
showed
that.
up.
I've had people tell me that, hey, I saw Ronan's live stream. They're coming back and
Yeah.
telling me that they watched your live stream.
Yeah. There were people. Yeah, Mary's the only one that wasn't fooled by it. Because Mary.
I was shocked.
Mary
I was like,
remembered the one.
well, I don't know.
Well-
I don't know what he's doing. We're gonna see. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then it looked like you were really doing it. And then you did that whole cracking up thing. The thing is, it was actually alive, and it was not actually. It was part joke and part not joke. I know it was pre-recorded, but you can do pre-recorded live streams. I know that there are some channels that have got a specific Twitch channel that is for their VODs. So they do nothing but replays on them. And I thought about doing that too.
I think the fun part about all of that was, well, not really fun, but I ended up having there were a couple people that their response was, "You did a great job. It was a great joke. Really did love it."
Very
However,
professional. They said, however.
we're not mad. Yes, they said, however, we're not mad. We're just disappointed. And I was like, ooh.
Yes, we are disappointed because we want more. We want more Ronan. We want Ronan
No
voice
Carol.
on the live stream. That's one reason people come in here. And yeah. He says he's not going
camera.
to show his face. I don't know why, but the thing is,
I have a face for radio.
Well, no, most people on the YouTube side, and I'm one of them, did not ever want to show their face on camera. But people talk
That's
about
fair.
how when you show your face on camera, regardless of what you think of your face, when you start showing your face on camera, you're able to help build that connection between you and the people better. You guys know me because you know my face. You know my hands too, but these could be anybody. And I look back at some of my old stuff and it's like, oh my God. Now I got depressed on Wednesday. Wednesday after everything, I wanted to find something that I needed to get done and start eating into one of those millions of tasks that are way too big to get done in any one sitting. So I started cleaning off some old files. And I went into my backup and I started going through I started the oldest of my crafty journey. So I started looking through 2017, mostly seeing what do I still have, because what do I need to purge, like old raw video footage. My old videos, let me switch to my desk. My old videos, oh my goodness. I try to make sure everything is framed right here. My old ones, you saw my desk around it for all of the video footage. I was having to move it from this direction to this direct because the way that I had to record, and I don't think I learned cropping yet. So the ones that are actually up on YouTube, I think they're still there. I may have taken some of them down because they're so bad. In 2018, trying to think. There were things that I recorded in 2018, like in January, February, March, that didn't actually get edited into an actual video until sometime in 2019.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you
What
can
is
save
going on?
£50 per person.
Nothing beats a
That's
Jet2
£200
holiday?
for a family of 4.
What?
Somebody just played Jet2 Holiday.
Somebody did
Jesus.
something I don't know. It's like, what the heck is that?
So-
but yeah, my videos were really, really, really bad. And I didn't realize when it was that I started really hammering it. I knew that 2020 was about that time, but in December 2019, I didn't even put up a video for Christmas that year. I started
Okay.
actually pushing forward and trying to do things, and I think it was like 500 or 550 YouTube subscribers in December of 2019.
Well,
All of my growth,
I think
everything has come
exactly.
since COVID hit, and me and everybody else was already. I was already sick, but everybody else was sick.
Yeah.
I had to wait for a good camera, so my C920 didn't come in. I think until I don't know, probably March or April. I started my. I think it was until September. My first live streams. I started doing live streams in 2020 in like September. And it's like, I was able to pull up a graph that showed all the things. It's like, I did that. I had like 3 years of over 400 videos. Last year I didn't have 400 videos. I had like 300 and something, but I don't, and that's including live stream. It's like, oh my God, I did what?
I mean,
Yeah.
it shows your progress. It shows that
Yeah.
you're doing things, and you should be proud of that. That's not something to get
well,
depressed.
it is, but it's also you know how you think back to a time when either you were sick or you were sad, and it brings back those feelings again. That's
Yes.
what happened. I was very depressed during that period because you guys know me. I'm a workaholic. I've always been a workaholic. I'm my own worst boss.
Everybody is their own worst boss,
Yeah,
and an even worse critic.
Exactly, and that was a period
Link
where
got B, my brother.
Link's in the house, yay!
Hey.
And I felt I couldn't actually get anything done because I felt so bad, and I felt so guilty because I couldn't do anything, if that makes any kind of sense. So when I finally
makes-
started feeling better, I pushed way too hard, and I think I have almost burnt myself out, and that's one reason why I'm stepping back a little bit this year, but I'm still doing a lot. I still am. I'm still constantly busy, but I'm not
Glad
doing
you're staying
as
on your
much.
hustle.
Yeah, I'm still staying on my hustle. Anyway, you're gonna like this one. This is the what I already had the name up. It's on this thing. I have a different page up on my screen right now. This one is called the Good Fortune. The Good Fortune collection from Scrappy Tales. Scrappy Tales Crafts is Sabrina Lavelle. She is here in Florida. Meaning she mailed this out to me like 2 to 3 days ago, and it's here already, so it's quick. Hello, Miss Therese. Welcome in. So it gets to me really quick when she gets it out. And her collection is already out. You guys have probably seen videos that she does. She does big 5x7 cards for the most part, so a lot of the stuff is huge. I do everything A2. That means I don't have to waste any card stock when I cut my card bases. That's the truth.
Champagne and pretzel rods for everybody. You need help, man.
Yay! Really?
Link
Link's in Jacksonville. He could bring me that stuff today.
Link was the first person that gave me the look. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed conversation,
Well,
and that's the one that's stuck.
Yeah.
Because I mean, coming from Link, that's like, got you.
Honey?
I know,
Honey.
but it was just a joke.
Well, when I look back to my first live streams, it's like, well, for that matter, my first videos, some of my old videos, there's not even any talking in them. There's music and there's my hands making something, and that is it. That was what my videos were like in 2019, 2020.
Okay,
Like
so
I said,
it was the
they were-
opening up
they were
and us
bad.
getting the new members.
Yeah, it was me trying to show you how to do something. It didn't have any of my personality in it because I didn't have a personality at that point because I couldn't friggin' breathe. Mary says, I need to clip your laugh.
My laugh? Why my laugh?
Was that your laugh in the video? That the live
No.
the live whose laugh
No,
was that?
that's a recording. That's a free recording off of YouTube.
Okay, so it was somebody else's laugh. Okay.
Yeah.
It was friggin' hilarious though, and it transitioned so nicely that they thought it was your laugh. So you
No,
can get
that
that
was not
laugh
my
on YouTube. Okay. Anyway,
Yes,
this
you
is
can.
really pretty. You're gonna probably like it. There are pieces that like I said, I do not have. I stuck mostly to the fish. For those of you who got my fishy email this morning. This one is called Mini Koi Fish. And it makes little bitty fishies.
Okay, I like koi fish. I like
So,
koi.
little baby fishies. So they're little tiny ones. There's only like, what, 2 inches long? This one you guys are going to like. And this one, I don't remember the names. I need to pull that page back up so I can see them all. Where's my gallery? I've also been working on, believe it or not, an organization system for all my stuff. And I'm loving it. You guys are going to love this. If I'm able to, once I get it down, I think I'll be able to make it as a template where you guys can have
Astri and Merritt spent 200 bits and included the message. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That was me. Ha ha ha. Hey.
Thanks, Jen. I think it said Jen. Was it
No,
Jen too?
Myrna Cologne.
What?
Myrna did that.
Myrna did that.
Oh,
what?
no. It wasn't Myrna. I
No.
can't see because I don't know why that's not popping up.
Yeah, it's
Who
not
did what?
showing on mine either. So let me see if I can
Okay.
see the rewards. I'm pretty sure that the text-to-speech said it was Jen.
Hmm.
Myrna says,
Well-
no, I didn't. Ryan!
Thanks for the sub.
Country Guy
Hey,
just
Ryan.
resub. Thank you, honey, for the sub
Country
with
Guy
Prime.
8 just subscribed with Prime.
So this one you're gonna like too because what's it called? It's called Pond Frogs. And for me, this stuff is not
Okay.
looking like it is. I need it to be. Let me see if I can zoom it in and hopefully not have it. Yeah, it's a little tiny image, so you can't really see it. But anyway, it's little froggies. I got the Delabra BP. I have no idea what that means, country guy. Anyway, got that. I've got a bonsai tree with a sentiment wishing you comfort and strength for the days ahead. Okay, so Ronan should know what the Delabra BP means.
Moving on. I don't know what the Delabra BP is either.
You saying moving on means you probably do, and you can tell me later.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
But this next part is what I really like, okay? And I've already played with part of it. I've actually played with the next stamp set and both of the stencils. Just did a quick thing last night because it was so pretty. Let me zoom them back out because it's a big, big stamp set. Look at the size of those fish.
Big fish.
Yeah, these are...
Now, see, I would have a field day with her.
Todd says, Becky. Wait, say it again. Oh my God, Becky. Come over here and say it into the mic. Come over here and say it into the mic. Oh my God, Becky, look at the size of those fish.
Hype train detected. Party mode awaits at level 2. You know what to do.
We have a kitty hype train. Okay, but anyway, these fish are big. They are almost 6 inches. They're big. They're almost too big to be able to go on a card. It means I'm going to have to cut part of the fish off. And it has the, the lily pads and I don't remember the name of the flower. I don't know. Anyway, it's a flower. May the future bring you much success. Go with the flow.
That's a water lily.
Water lily. Okay. Go with the flow. It's your turn it's your day to shine. Happy birthday. To my life and soulmate.
Oh, it was Anne Marit.
Oh, it was Anne Marit. Okay.
Yeah, it was Anne Marit. There we go. Hi, Anne Marit.
That makes sense. She does a lot of those weird, wacky things to basically announce that she's here. She used to do Daffy
Fair.
all the time, but I always knew it was her when Daffy showed up, so she started doing other weird things. So
Fair.
it's all with Tangian. Thank you so much, Jen. Wishing you good fortune on your birthday. Just keep swimming. I love that.
Wow.
Like the koi, navigate the currents of life with resilience and strength, for true success is born from perseverance.
Yeah.
Wishing you peace and comfort.
Koi fish Koi are the absolute greatest metaphor for people who are sitting there and saying that they just feel like they're small and life's beating. You can say whatever you want as far as trying to convince me that you're too small to be able to make it through whatever you're making it through. Koi start out as goldfish.
I think
So
they're giant
you-
goldfish. I love that.
They are. They are. Koi is what happens when you put goldfish in a large enough environment for them to grow.
That makes sense.
So they just
absolutely makes
become
sense.
koi are just giant goldfish.
So I do.
So
love
you're not
that.
going to sit
And-
here and tell me that you can't make it or you can't that
Oh, yeah.
that something's just too big for you. You just need a bigger environment. You'll be
Well,
fine.
I've also been one to believe that we can basically overcome any of the tragedies and things that do happen, because that's happened to me too many times, and you just got to suck it up and go through it. I mean, I know that there are people that think, "Oh, she doesn't grieve right." It's like, no, it's not that. I know me. I know I need to just continue to push through, or I'm not going to. I'm going to collapse. I don't want that. So,
Very true.
you just
So-
gotta, sometimes you just gotta go with it. And everybody is different. So I'm gonna be one that if I'm really sad or something, it's gonna be behind the scenes and you guys will never see it. And you're gonna see a smile on my face and think everything's cool. Which is one reason why I was sick, bugged me so much because I had there was no way
Everybody
for me
can
to
tell.
Yeah, it's like everybody, you can tell. I mean, if I got around anybody, there was no way I could hide that. There's just no way I could.
Well, it is currently 11:30 where I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get off of here because I have a video call that I have to do with my
but-
witch doctor.
Well, you have to also go and look in the clip it on my Discord channel. All I can
Okay.
see is video is unlisted, so only can access this through the link. No sharing.
In Clip It?
In Clip It, there's a Clip It channel,
Okay.
and all I can see is an angry duck.
That's also what a Roman story time, the 8-foot moose. Yes.
So she's gonna have to tell me if there's any way that I can actually use this later, because I think that's what she was wanting to do. But I may take some of the audio. Someone had put into the idea channel that we needed to have a Ronin story time series. But maybe it should be just something that we put inside the Spark
30
membership
seconds.
members only.
Time is running
So
out.
that could be kind of cool, where just they could come in there and listen to the Ronin stories.
The only thing that I ask is that you take out the names of other people, because I don't have the ability to ask them for their permission to tell their side of the story.
The stories would be only ones that you've already shared on stream.
Fair.
And if I put it behind the membership wall, you'd have to be a member of my Spark membership to get access to it. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. I think
I'm
that's
okay
what I
with
ran
that.
past Ruth, and she was fine. Okay, and you would be fine with that. All right, so I may have to
I'm
go.
okay with that if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's
But like I
fine.
said,
It's
there's
kind of
I have
digital
named
thing.
names. So
Yeah, and it's all
it
it's
is
all
what it
stuff
is.
you have already shared on the internet, which is out there for everybody to see, but
Yeah.
they would have to go and find it inside the individual videos. This would basically
Exactly.
be Ronin story time. You can just go in and listen to Ronin story time, and that would be something edited. And if she did what I think she did, she probably just added that picture as being the video part of it, so you could actually listen like a podcast kind of thing. But if you wanted to, you could look at the picture of the angry duck. I'm gonna have to look at it because I haven't looked at it yet. Jen just put in
I'm gonna get out of here.
idea Captain Chaos story time.
Jesus.
So it's now on my Notion idea list.
I love you guys. I have
Love
to
you
go.
too, Ronan. Thank you. And
Talk to
wait,
you
before
later.
you go, this is the first
Yes.
one that I made you with the. with the stamps and there's the stamp, there's the stencil, and
Oh,
there's a
that
second
is
stencil.
beautiful.
Yeah, and this was just quick. I mean, the lines are not even completely lined up right. I just kind of did quick and dirty, but
Wait a minute, the lines aren't lined up. That makes it.
wabi sabi.
And I mean, this is
Perfectly
the
imperfect.
perfect. This is the perfect visual for wabi sabi, because I mean, koi ponds are a traditionally Japanese concept, so it
I love
definitely flows.
It also makes me think this would be great to use with the sublimation inks. Like I said, these things are huge, but think about this on a bag or on a shirt or something like that. That would be so cool.
Ryan, that's wasabi, not wabi sabi.
Not wasabi, wabi sabi.
Ryan, I love you. I absolutely love you. So
Well, you go
I'm
take
getting out of
care
here.
of you, honey, and give Nerdy big hugs for us, and I will see you guys. I might see you sometime online somewhere over the weekend, but my next live stream is planned for Monday.
Yes, if you see me, send me
Jen
a
just
message.
swacked you.
Send me a message on either Discord or shoot me a message on Steam, and I
Fabulous.
will talk to y'all later.
Okay, bye, Ronan. Love you, hun.
Hey, love you too.
Okay, so yeah, this I think turned out wonderfully. I did do it backwards. I'm going to go ahead and tell you there is an order that you should probably be doing your stenciling, because I did all the coloring was done with stencils, all of it. And I basically started with the wrong stencil, went the wrong direction, and then did the stamping at the end. The stamping at the end I think is fine. However, I should have done the stencils in the right direction, but that's okay. And then I didn't even get there's the fish. This set does this image. So it's got the fish, it's got the water lily, it's got the lily pads. And then this stencil set has got all of the water and the bubbles. And when I did it, I turned one of them, I only used a few, but I did one of them backwards. Just saying. I did one of them backwards, and I used all of these light colors. All of these are using Simon Hurley color. Well, yeah, y'all know me. But yeah, that's all I used on this. And it's basically, it's like, well, I think I want to go ahead and play with it. I don't really want to do anything. Are they yolk fish? What? These are koi fish. No, oh no. Okay, Ryan. First off, you spelled it wrong. But it's K-O-I, not C-O-Y. They are probably shy also. Anyway, I think this turned out lovely. I'm not sure how to use it on a card other than cutting parts of it off. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get out a card base. Let me cut a card base real quick. Yolkfish. Yolkfish. This needs to go over here. That's another collection for next week. But yeah, I love this. I'm also thinking that this would look very pretty on a canvas. Ooh. I'm going to have to practice with that. I do have canvases that... Here's one of those things. It's like, Todd, because he knows me, and he knows that before I started going deep dive into... Oh, Good Fortune, you were thinking of Good Luck Totems and Charms. Yeah, that would be a good one too. She did do... What all did she put in that collection? You can go to scrappytails.com. There's also a link down in the description that, of course, is one of my affiliate links. So if you choose to use one of those, it does help support me, and I appreciate it so much. I think I'm going to actually click on one of those links real quick. Check out the collection here. Oh, I didn't leave a space after the colon. That's not nice. That makes it harder to get to the link. Let me fix that. But I'll go ahead and pull up that and let you guys see the whole thing. Okay. And no, I have not done my side-by-side thing that I need to set up yet. That's on the to-do list, and thank you guys for adding it for me. So here is the Scrappy Tales website. And all of these were made by either Sabrina or her mom or both. So all of these, and some of them are using some past collections and such, like this one is one of our past collections. Let's go to this one. So we've got the Good Fortune stamp and stencil and coordinating die. I did not get the die for the fish. Just saying. There is the baby fish. Oh, you gotta see this.
It's delicious Auntie Cootie.
So that's what the little froggy's gonna look like. Here's one of the cards. Okay, that's one of the cards. So you can see the toad. This is the little one. Debbie along with Grumpy Duck as Ronan, plus a whitened one as wife, and minied Grumpy Duck as the kids, and Army Grumpy Ducks as the superiors. Also edited in a moose edit. I will look and see what you're saying. Oh my gosh. So you guys are talking about stuff, and now I'm confused. So Mary said that she had a migraine that day. I'm thinking she's talking about Ronan's stream. It was friggin' hilarious, and it is still up. The replay is still up, or at least it was when I looked last. I did not get the dragonflies, mostly because I have dragonflies things, but I had to get the toads, I had to get the little froggies, and I had to get the fish. I did not get this cover plate. So there are a lot of different things in here. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all the garlic. Maybe it's all the garlic. There is a lot of garlic in the air right now. Todd's cooking some goulash. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Oh, you missed Fortnite, April Fools. You can still play with the big head peoples over in Blitz. I played one round of Blitz and got killed right away last night. So there's also Cherry Blossom. I'm going to open up each of these bits. She's got bundles, and then she's got the individuals. So you can get the individual things as well. One way to see them all. Where did I go? I never know how the website's going to work. Anyway, this one is Japanese cherry blossoms, and one of the dies makes a box card, like a box shape, a square. So I thought that was kind of cool, but like I said, I did not get everything. And then you've got pieces that go along with that. So these are all basically set up to do, I think it's at 5x5. In this bundle, there are 5 different, the square tunnel pop-up card metal craft die. That's the one I did not get that. So that's kind of the whole design on these. Like you can see how she's got that. So I've got the book one, which does kind of a tunnel thing too. But I've got a book one. This one is a tunnel card die. So this will help you create those tunnels. The tunnel cards all in a box shape that's going to squish flat. Like this one, you can see that, I think this one is the one where you can see, oh, it doesn't show. Oh, it folds flat. But that makes for a fun one too. Mary says, no, I need the cherry blossoms too. I know, right? And then this one is the waterfall koi. It makes... This is actually using a die that I already have that makes that pop-up feature, but this is layering things on top of it. So one thing she does a lot of, she loves interactive pop-up style cards. She winds up creating different add-ons to go along with those, okay? Here's another one. I didn't get the pandas, I didn't get the bamboo, but you can see this is basically that other die I was talking about that has that pop-up feature. That where she's got the different layers of the stones in front of her. So it was really cool. And here's another one that's basically using that same design there. I mean, look at the Japanese tower. So cool. Now I may have to go back and get the die. I might have to. Because I don't have that. But this is another one of those koi fish that I've got, the whole thing. But this is where the fish and the lily pads were die cut out. You could always fussy cut. Yeah, but I may have to get the die. I don't know. And she made this one into a trifold using one of her other die sets that I think I have that one. That's not what I wanted to see. But yeah, that is a really, really cool one. And okay, here's another picture of that, the cherry blossom. Okay, you got to go raid some arcs. Okay, he's going to go play some arc raiders. Have fun, Ryan. We will see you later, honey. Okay, so that's just an idea of some of the things that are right now available on the Scrappy Tales website as part of her newest collection. You can also take a look at her last collection, which was those, excuse me, the typewriters and things. This one was the Love Notes collection. Lots of fun things. And remember, we made the shaker card that looks kind of like, my shaker card I'm sure is not in that. But we did one of these and we made a big shaker card that went out to somebody. I think it's already gone out to somebody. Anyway, we made that one out of the last collection. You know that you can make that Altenew Strong Oak stencil and dies to a cherry blossom tree if you ink it pink? Sure. There's a lot of things. You can use your dies and stamps and stuff in lots of different ways. You don't always have to have the new... Stephanie, thank you for the super sticker. Or was that a super chat? That was a super sticker. Thank you. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Look at. It's got the laughing little pear. I think that's cute. Jen tells Terry Cooper his happy mail is on the way to you. Okay. So I've got out some cardstock here. It's not crooked this time. Okay, let me get out my scoring board so I can make this. I'm going to basically just make an A2 size card real quick. Card base, and we're going to see how much of the fish would actually fit if I did that. I think what I'm going to wind up needing to do is kind of like when we're doing things for the Artistry inks is figure out how much space do I have and then try to put it on there. Oh, okay. So Terry Cooper says, Ruth, I think you misunderstood me. I'm looking for the physical trees to plant. She wants pretty trees for her yard. We need more pretty trees for our yard too. You know what? The freeze. Todd has been spending the last few days out there in the yard basically cutting away tons of dead stuff. And because he's cutting away a bunch of the dead stuff, we're going to have, I know he's going to want to replant them. I want to get more. Okay, so the fish will just fit on there. One fish would fit on there. And I would have to cut the rest off. But I could get that full fish on the front. I think I'll do that because I can make another one of these. Yes. So I'm going to start up at the top and clip the tip of the tail. And I'm going to cut some on the side because this stencil was bigger than half a sheet of 8.5 by 11. So it was bigger than 8.5 by 5.5. It's wider. It's like 6 inches wide, 7 inches wide. It's a 6.5 inch wide stencil. So you can position these anywhere you want to. You just have to remember where the edges are. Okay. So if I go at 5.5 or 5 1/4, we'll go 5 1/4 and then go to 4. Pictures when blooming, yes. So now this is ready. All it needs to do is be popped up on some foam and add a sentiment. Then I think it's going to go right there. And that card's done. Even if I did stencil extra stuff, that's okay. But that just means you can stencil as much as you want to and make it pretty. So do we want to do the stencils, or do we want to do something with one of the other dies? Because technically, since I just finished this card, I could just stop now. But y'all would get upset with me because you didn't get to see any of the process. No, you wouldn't get upset with me because you know what? Y'all got your Ronin fix before the weekend. Myrna loves it. Oh, thank you, Norma. I think it turned out wonderfully. I did not use any of my Simon Hurley paste or anything on it on this first one. Like I said, I was just messing around last night. I think I actually stenciled this while I was waiting to boot up into Fortnite. That's one thing that I wind up doing when it gets close to dinner time. It's like I don't really have time to start on another real project and get things done. So I'll start playing Fortnite, and sometimes I go ahead and do stuff like this. You know, play a little bit with some of the supplies. We have a Squirtle. Thank you for the bits. That's the wrong one. Okay, go. Oh, absolutely. Myrna says stencils are life crafting changing for me. Absolutely. It makes coloring things in so much easier. Now, if you have a layering stencil that goes along with a stamp, and like I said, this is a little bit off. You can see that it's not. I actually lined up the stamp with the stencil. I mean, manually through the stencil to add it on here. I didn't actually look. So I was a little bit off on it, and I think that's okay. Oops, that's not the direction I wanted. I want it the other way. I want to go this way. There we go. That's what I want. Because I want to have the sentiment right up there. Okay.
It's delicious, Mara.
So, did get a couple of people saying that they would like stencils. So, let's take out a piece of Nina cardstock. And yes, I'm just using Nina. I'm going to cut it in half.
How refreshing.
Well,
Thanks,
actually,
Mara.
I could do the whole thing.
11.
This is going to be a little bit weird. I think I'm going to start with the backgrounds first. I did notice on this set, and I don't think I've noticed on them before, but she does have these numbered. So down here at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see a little bit of etching, but she does have it etched with Scrappy Tales Crafts and with the number on there. So she does have them numbered. So I think what I'm going to do, swimming with the crackers. Okay, if I did it this way. Okay, this is actually the full thing. Okay, I could do that. I'm going to just tape it. So it's 8.5. It's 8.5 inches tall, guys. But it does mean that you don't waste too much of your cardstock. You can trim it down however you want to, though. I'm adding a little bit of washi tape, and then I'm going to add it to the edge, lining it up with the corner, and just wrapping it around. And now it's going to stay in place for me. I am going to use the magnet on that side. So, I'm debating. The last one, this one, I did with some inks. One of them that I used, which really needed re-inking, was iced something. I used High Tide as my, okay, iced out, which is funny because I don't really use it, but it was really, really dry, and I did add more ink to it. So it does have more inking, and I did add more ink to this one too. So it should show up color better, but you don't have to use you don't have to use the blues. I could do, no, I'm not going to do it. That'd be messy. There's too many layers for me to say that I'm going to use my Simon Hurley sprays because I don't want to be here all day. So I think I am going to come back in with my blue brush. And we're going to start off with iced. Idea, maybe a darker color strip behind when the pool pops up. No. Because you know what? That means you can't see anything else that's going on. That's one reason why it's transparent back there. I've done a little bit of an overlay on some things that I definitely wanted to make sure that you guys could see better. Like the, like when we have the pop-up about, you know, how many people are in the chat. I mean, how many people are in the giveaway. Okay, so Ruth says, Debbie, I put the Ronin story in my OneDrive, sent you the link on Discord DM so you can edit whatever. Tell me when you've downloaded or whatever so I can delete it from your OneDrive. Perfect. And that epic sax solo is from Sunstroke Project and Olia Tira, Runaway, Moldova, Epic Sax Guy, Grand Finale, Eurovision 2010. Okay, so I think she was just telling us where she got it from. And I just noticed that this is a little bit crooked up there, which means I would wind up lining it up a little bit crooked, but it's okay because this one doesn't really matter all that much. These are fun. The backgrounds, absolutely. If you want to give me the other stories too, that saves me time from having to go hunt them down, but I can still hunt them down if we wanted to create that that thing for Discord. Terry's ready to go kill some ogres. And I really don't care that there's all these mixtures of colors. I know I've got different blues in here, and I know it's splotchy because this is still a pretty dry brush. And I'm relying on it picking up the high tide. But it's okay.
Thanks for the sub, @skepit_and_Marit.
Thank you, Anne Marit.
@skepit_and_Marit just subscribed for 13 months. Yay.
I am trying to be careful not to bend anything. And it looks like I'm finally getting some ink on here because it's been really, really light. And I think this is actually the correct color. So the other one didn't have ink in all the spots, and that's okay. It's water. So you don't have to put it on as heavy or solid as what I'm doing. Okay, this is faster. For big spots like this, Barbara says, those blending brushes look great for folks with wrist issues. Are they? These are the Simon Hurley brushes. Yes, you can put whatever kind of pressure you want to on them, and they do work wonderfully. And I plan on ordering probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm almost afraid to order anything from Ranger because they keep coming out with more stuff I want. I want to get the smaller ones because Simon Hurley just came out with his small brushes. So these are the medium size. I wonder if that means that they're going to get the large, because I would love the large. So you can probably see that there are a lot of kind of floating pieces of the this should be down in the, if it's not in the description, I will add it. Okay, down in the description, Simon Hurley create blending brush medium. They are in the description on YouTube. I was thinking I always have that there because I'm always using them. I put the stuff that I use all the time in the description on all of the videos. But yeah, I love those. And these, this little thing here that I'm using is a paper pouncer from Picket Fence Studio, which is not down there because I wasn't planning on using it. I don't use them. I use Simon's brushes more often than I do anything else. Okay. And these are easy on the wrist too, because you're just pouncing. Oh, thank you so much, Ruth. I will have to take a look at that over the weekend. I'm hoping I will have time to do that this weekend because I'm working on other things like freebie stuff for a summit, and I got to get another video. I think I need to get at least 2 videos recorded this weekend, I think. Okay, so we've got the first layer down, and I'm going to try to do these in actually the right order instead of the wrong order like I did before. And since these are using Simon's inks, you know what? You can just wash them off with water. But there is that is pretty by itself. That is pretty by itself. You could use that with just some water. Okay, taking off that. Putting that down over there so it's out of my desk area. And now I'm going to put this one down. Yes, video of correct project. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so this one's going to basically fill in some of those gaps. I'm going to go ahead and put my piece of tape back down on here. And then line it up again. It's nice when you can line it up right with the edge, you know? And then tape it on there. And now we are good there. And then I can just use my magnet again to hold that all in place. And I'm going to go for, the first one we did was in iced out. Now I'm going to use high tide because it's just a little bit darker. Well, here's the thing with the one where I did the wrong project, I can use that for another summit, so I'm probably going to do that. And do I not have enough ink on that one? Unless my edge is edgy. Yeah, Ruth. Okay, I'm going to use my pouncer again. So this little bit right here is actually overlapping some of the other colors, so it's going to wind up making a combination of the two and a little darker. I think I need to re-ink all of my Simon Hurley stuff this weekend. That would be a good idea. Thank you, Jen. Jen says, don't forget to smash the like. I need to attach my visual for the like thing because there is a like button. You can do ! like and it'll put it into the chat, I think. But I also have a visual that I haven't had up for a while. I don't remember why. I think it's one of those things where I had multiples of the same type of thing. Like I need to figure out which alerts I want to use for you guys because there's so many different ways we can do the alerts. Like when you guys sub or renew your membership or any of those things, there's lots of ways that it can show up on screen. I have to decide which one I want to do at some point. Okay, I'm going to move this so I can get that last bit there. Okay, Jen, could you add to my idea list, re-ink my Simon Hurley ink pads for me? So hopefully when I see it, I will remember to do it because I do need to re-ink. I just need to check them all and then actually add ink to the ones that need it. Okay, so now you can see a bit more. And you can also see some of the swirly parts where the fish are going to be. So I think this is so nice. Let me get this off without getting any ink on my shirt. Okay, next one. And again, I am making sure that I have all of these. I went ahead of time and lined all of them up off to the side with the etching on here with the order. So I'm actually doing them in the right order, I think. This one says number 3. So we are going to line it back up again with the edge and then tape it down. And now we can come in with the next color. And the last one, when I did that other one, I only used 3. I think. Did I actually use 3? Oh, I think I only used 2 colors. So I think I only did that far. Maybe. Next, we're going to use some clear skies. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, these are so... again, this is because it's just held on with tape, it does shift. So I want to make sure I'm keeping everything straight, which is the reason I'm using my magnet. If you don't have a magnetic platform like what I do, or magnetic mat like what I do, you can just use tape for everything, and it'll work fine. Okay, this one's got plenty of ink in it. So I think part of it is just that those lighter ones, it's harder to tell if it does have too much, not enough ink or whatever, because I don't use them that often, and they are so light that I could be thinking they didn't have enough when they actually do. So right now I'm just using my brush to take some of the excess ink that's on the top, that's on my stencil from where I did the pouncing, and moving that into, so I don't waste any of it, using it into some of those gaps. And I'm going to come back in and do some more, adding a little bit more. And again, we've got a little bit too much on top. So just bringing that in. And almost done with this layer. Quick and easy. Stencils are so quick and easy. The hardest part is lining them up, but once you get the line up done, you're done. I'm so sad I will be watching replays because I am back to work next week, but we'll sneaking in as much as you can. Well, no worries, Barbara. Going back to work is, while we don't really want to, sometimes it's a good thing. I like the fact that you have the option or the ability to. I mean, when I was sick, I really would have loved to have been able to go back to work. Of course, I think it was work that was causing the stress. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so we actually have there's two more stencils for this. I did not use the bubbles. The bubbles is also one that goes on the top. So we're going to go, and we've got our last of our water flowing stencils to do. And this one's going to be, again, darker. Let's see, what else do I have? I think the only darker one I have might be Midnight Snack. If I want to stick to all Simon. Oh, where is my Midnight Snack? It's hiding. Oh, it was under some things. I was thinking Simon Hurley paste, but if I do Simon Hurley paste on top, which would be fabulous, I'd have to wait to do the fish. If we're doing them all on this one. I mean, if I decided to stamp and color and cut them out on another panel, I could do that and glue them on. But, like I said, I don't have the dies, so I'll have to think about that. But yeah, I'm thinking that was one of the ideas that I was thinking of, is doing the bubbles either in a white or in a Simon Hurley paste. Okay, so Midnight Snack is nice and dark. It's going to give us those last little wavy, is that a word for this? It's going to give us those last waves, movement, a little bolder so that we can see it. And I don't care that I'm getting different color variations here, because we're basically doing different levels of the water, right? Yeah, the stencils alone is a great idea. I do love these. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I need that. And honey, I'm in Florida, so I need water themed things. I definitely need more and more of the water things, because, yeah. Doing a big stencil like this, having a pouncer is a great idea. Just saying. Makes it a lot easier. And there are smaller ones. I mean, you guys see me use these little guys sometimes too. These would work well too. But when you have those big areas, these bigger ones from Picket Fence are fabulous. And they're basically just big makeup brushes, but I like that their handle is already there for you. Okay. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, ready? Okay, so this one has got full coverage of that whole area. This one was very ethereal, very light. I really like this one because it's not, I tend to go with those bold colors anyway. This is more me. This was not so much, but I love it, probably because it was a little bit outside of what I normally do. But isn't that gorgeous? She did a fabulous job on these. Okay, so we used 4 colors of blue, which means you could do the same kind of background in all sorts of other colors that you wanted to make. You could do whatever kind of color combinations you want to. You don't have to make it as water combinations. We've got that. Now I'm going to put down the bubbles. I think I am going to use some white pigment ink. Actually, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to save this one. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Veronica. I'm going to save this one. Don't let me forget. We'll do this last after all the rest. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat set this because I'm going to stamp it. And I think I want to stamp it with the fish. But I think I want to do that with and emboss it. So, just posted a pet pic of first snapper this year. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm going across this too fast. I go da 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 because I'm always impatient and my hand kind of just does the thing. But yeah, I think this is so pretty. So I'm curious, should I think I am going to do them separate. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to do them separate. I'm going to fussy cut out those fish. That's what I'm going to do. So we will do the, is that the right one? It goes this way, yes. Don't think it really matters. We are going to go ahead and do some Simon Hurley paste on here. So I need to figure out which of the paste I want to do. Give me just a sec. And I think I'm going to use a foam brush for that too. Let's see. We could do glitter. Not sure I want to do glitter. What's that? That's a glitter. I might do glitter. This one is a silver. Yeah, we could do that, Jen, but I have a feeling that if I try to paste on glitter with that small space, adding the paste on acetate is probably going to make it so that I have issues. I do have an idea for foiling on acetate with the stencil, and I'm going to try that one later, but I want to try it before I do it with you guys to make sure I don't completely screw up. Okay. And this is going to be over the dark, so we could use one of the solars. So we could use solar, or we could use a bright lunar paste. So this one is beluga, and this one is no diving, and I think both of those would look good over the top of this. Y'all tell me what you think. Since it's a blue, it's not dark, so that means that this is going to show up somewhat, okay? Because it's over a color, it will show up. It'll have that mica shine to it. This one will definitely show up and will be this color. This one is going to be somewhat translucent. Maybe both. Well, it's an idea, maybe. which one should I start with? So Jen does have a good idea there. She says maybe both, because since I could always shift the stencil or flip it or something like that and do the bubbles in a different spot with the second one after it's colored. I mean, after it's dry. And I'm looking for, here we go. I can use these. And do I have another one over here? I have new tools that haven't been used yet. I have old tools that are pretty much worn out. I think I'm going to use one of my new ones that I haven't opened yet. Both start with the clear. Okay, so Stephanie likes the idea of starting with the lighter. So this one's the translucent. And I'm using a brand new, just opened out of the package, mini blending tool from Ranger. And we're going to start off with some beluga. And I think I'm moving this over so I can try not to. I'm going to use this as a palette. That's the thing. Okay. And you can see it's very nice and white. I'm just going to pick some of that up on my brush here and pounce it through, and hopefully it will just dry fairly quick. I do have to kind of smush it in. And I'm also holding this down because I don't really want to get too much of the paste underneath, because that does happen. This also means I'm going to be able to put my excess back in the jar, I think. Idolize says she's back in again, or maybe she was back trying to get back in the pool. I'm hoping I'm not messing all this up. But these are not really, sometimes you wind up with stencils where, well, like the big waves, where there's a lot of places where you could accidentally lift the stencil. These are not like that. These circles are basically all connected to the main, so you're not really gonna lift them too much. I have a feeling you're not really going to be able to see this too terribly much, but if you tilt it, you're going to be able to see that shine. Had to do some chopping in the kitchen and forgot to take your mobile. What? That's a problem. Anne Marit forgot to take her phone. I'm actually starting to do a little bit of a swirly motion with this, and I think that's it's putting the paste down faster. And the reason I'm doing it at this point and not at the beginning is because I was afraid I was going to lift it and get too much underneath. And we're going to see if this actually made a difference. Like, it might be that I shouldn't have done it. Law, what did I say? Huh? I said I'm doing a swirly thing. Swirlies. Okay, let's see how it does. And I don't really have any left on my desk. She confused. I said I'd like to do some chopping in the kitchen. What? I don't understand. Okay, so you can see it a little bit. Ooh, it is a pretty shine though. Okay. Let's go ahead and heat set that a little bit. Did I say Anne Marit? I thought I said Adelaide. I don't know. Y'all are all my children, so who knows? Oh, I said that Anne Marit. Okay. I'm sorry. At least I didn't call her Jen this time. No, I confused Jen and Ruth all the time, and now it looks like I am confusing Anne Marit and Adelaide. Hello, Miss Emily. Welcome in. At least you know I'm looking at the chat, even if I say the wrong name. Mary Miller, hey honey, welcome in. And Melissa, oh my goodness, it's like we got raided. Did you guys tell each other that you were coming in and you wanted to say hello all at the same time? We're playing with fish, Melissa. Okay, so you can kind of see the bubbles a little bit. Okay, we know Debbie gets people confused when crafting. Yes, I know. I confuse you guys all the time. Oh, and now we've got a little bit of texture there too. So you can kind of sort of see that little bit of shimmer, especially like here on the dark. You can see that. So we're going to do the same thing. So this is... Was this the run I did? I'm looking to see where it was. I think I had it here. So I think I'm going to do this one this way. So what I'm doing is turning it the other way. Yes, Melissa. This is the new collection from Scrappy Tales. Oh my goodness. Let me show you the stenciling that I did yesterday. And we're going to still do the fish, but here's I cut it down because this is massive. Scrappy Tales Craft. So this is a koi fish. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stenciling part over on the website real quick and show y'all again. It's a Good Fortune Stamp and Stencil Coordinating Mat. I did not get the die, coordinating die. Believe it or not, I got the stamp, I got the stencils. I did not get the die. But let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So this is what we've got. So we've got the stencil, we've got the stamp that has a coordinating die you can get. We have the stencil and we have the fish. And this is one of the cards that Sabrina made with that. I mean, and the fish are huge. Yeah. So we just did some really quick and dirty stenciling with, I think it's like, what, 6? Was it 6? I'm going to look and see how many stencils. Okay, Water Bubbles has 5. It says 5. It's more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5. Okay, it is 5. So we did these 4 colors. We just did a layer of beluga on here, nice and thin. Veronica says, at least you are consistent. That's hard to do. What am I being consistent at? Because I don't know. Okay, we're going to flip this over this way. I did turn this the other way around to make sure that it's lined up. And I'm going to use my magnet to hold it down over here. And now we're going to bring out some no diving. Unless I want to do a darker color. Do we want to do a darker color of blue for the other bubbles? Or is this good? Because that one's no diving. This one's Midnight Snack. This one is neon. No chill. You want a Krog? Really? Cool. This one is a lighter color and it is Clear Skies. Do you guys have an opinion about the other set of bubbles we're going to do? And I've also got glitter. So we could technically do glitter. especially if I decide to stamp and color and cut out the fish by fussy cutting out the fish, which is what I think I'm going to do. Oh, you guessed the card that Mary Gunn was crafting. Yeah, that's right. Mary Gunn Fun is tonight, isn't it? We've got Craft Roulette tonight. I have to watch tonight. I have to try to watch tonight. Melissa likes the idea of clear skies. Okay, we're going to do clear skies. She was first one to say it, so we're going to do that one. And this is one where I'm starting to get a little low, which is a good thing. And it's one of the ones that is a little thick, meaning this is one of the ones that I've had for a bit. And I haven't used them enough. I don't use them on every card like I should. Okay, so we're going to pick them up again like we did before with my little mini blending tool. And you can see it is going on pretty thick. So I'm having to kind of swipe it and try to... This is all sticky now. I'm getting my hands in all the stickiness. Because yes, I can still feel all the stickiness from the solar paste that I put down on the stencil already. And then I have to peel my hand off before I can move it. Craft Roulette is today, but on Wednesday she does a kind of detective thing. I've seen that. I haven't had time to watch any of those things. I wish I could. Eventually I will have time to watch all the fun things. One thing I still have to get finished up for you guys this weekend is the PDF portion of our next lockdown that's coming up, because next Monday is the first Monday of the month. So I need to have that ready for y'all so you can get working on your projects. And I have an idea of something I think I'm going to probably add in, maybe this month, maybe next month. But we're going to see how much of it I can get finished up over the weekend and prepped for y'all. So if you weren't already aware, I have a membership site. It is Spark, as in Spark Your Creativity. And first off, we have a free membership and we have a paid membership. The free membership, you get some things. Paid membership, of course, you get a little bit more. And we are doing a monthly lockdown challenge, which is a card challenge. Okay, it is a card making challenge. We have, as part of that, a lockdown Zoom call. So come inside, lock the doors. Don't let anybody bother you while we get together and hang out, because that's the point, right? And we are doing that every month. On the first Monday of the month, I'll have a PDF briefing for you guys. No, it was a survivor guide. That's what we're calling it. But we'll have a PDF survival guide, which is basically your basic information about the project we're going to be doing. And then on the second Monday of the month, a video rolls out for the people that are the paid members. And then that following Thursday is when we have our lockdown Zoom call. Ooh, look it. Okay, I like it. Okay, this stencil, I am going to leave you guys to look at this beautifousness. Let me zoom it in a little bit. I will turn up some music for you, and then I'm going to go and go scrub this real quick before the stuff dries. So I will be right back. Take my face off.
personality, guys. Now the straight jackets are on back order. It's a tariff delay. So we locally sourced and airbrushed one today. Duct tape and glitter, he's a sparkling sight. A mini running captured in the middle of the night. He cried, I don't need to be bejeweled. I ain't blitzing no one. But the craftosphere's hungry, and we've only just begun. Rude, right? I'm tied to a damn chair. Foam is life. He's tied to the chair with the Velcro and the glue. Bedazzled and bejeweled in a shimmering hue. In a bedazzled straight jacket, sparkles in his eyes. He's the glittery king of the craftosphere pride.
Oh, I need to get this back in the jar.
I ain't blitzing nobody.
Okay. Sorry about that. I had forgotten that I needed to put that last little bit back in the jar. And yeah, I forgot to do that. Let me get you some music back up. Just a second. Background. There we go. Anyway, oh, this turned out so nice. I wanted to make sure I got that little foam brush, the foam thing clean. And it's actually white now and is no longer squished. So I got it in there fast enough to get that clean. So you can reuse them if you get them clean quick enough. Otherwise, you throw it in the garbage. And I try to reuse everything and make everything last as long as possible because I try to be frugal. I mean, I'd rather buy more pastes than more foam applicators. Just saying. Okay, let's take this out and we'll get the rest of this off. So this came with my this I got for my Tim Holtz, and it's just a scraper to get the last of this junk up. And it works fabulously on glass. Okay, so now my glass is all clean. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp out. We're going to stamp the fish. I'm going to put this up over the side. Isn't it pretty though? This is big enough I could actually make two card fronts out of it.
Scrappy Creations 11.
I just need to do the fish now. And I could use that for even the baby koi fish if I wanted to. So let's do, that's a card base. I want a regular, I'm still going to need a big piece of the lightweight.
How refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations.
So
11.
we're going to use the stamp and stencil to make some of these fish, okay? Now, one reason why this has got the odd coloring on it is that I did the waves and such after I did the fish. I did the fish first because I was attracted to the fish. I like the fish. I also did the base coat. I did that one last instead of first because I was wanting to make sure I got all the pieces lined up and everything lined up good. But I think that was where I had everything backwards and didn't realize it. So it turned out fabulously like that. It looks like you're kind of looking through water at the fish. So I think that is cool. But it could be a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do this time. So we just did this stencil. And all of the stencils are now drying. Now we're going to do this stencil. Now let me do the zooming back out thing. So we're going to do this one. And I am zooming out because this is so big, okay? So this will give me 2 fish. And the lily pad and the water lily. I'm just going to cut this down. Yeah, since I'm going to be fussy cutting these out, just using half a sheet is going to be perfect. So we're going to start off with stencil number 1. And these, like those for the background, have got little etched marks down here with the number. And you can kind of see it. And if I tilt it right, I can see that there's a number 1 right here in the corner. This one is basically your wash. This is your background layer. And I, of course, wanted to do this, but if I do that, I cut off part of the fish. So I'm going to have to... I think what I'm going to do... Let's light up the card and leave it in place on the background. I mean, on my mat here. And it's not going to come close to the edge, so that's going to be fine. Well, it's in the wrong spot. I need to move it over. I'm too far to the right. There we go. Especially if I decide to use this at any point for paste or something like that, which I might. I haven't decided. All right. Now I can put this guy down over the top, lining it up at the bottom, and so that everything fits on there. I think that's good. And now I'm going to tape it down. Yes, I am taping it down, and the reason I'm taping it down is to make sure it's in the same spot every time. You could definitely use a grip mat for this. However, it's still going to be where you're going to have to figure out where you need it. This is too big to go in my Misty. I could do this. Let's do that. Why not? I'm going to do this in my, I'm going to try. We're going to try using our Altenew Stamp Wheel 2.0. I think I should be able to line everything up perfect on that every time. Come here. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to put the fish on here and then figure out where I want to have my panel. Would help if I didn't have all this tape on my hands. Okay. Because as you can see, we can only go so far with our, only go so far over. Come on, get in there straight. None of my stuff is straight today, guys. Yeah, Jen loves it when I use the 2.0. I use it a lot. I do use it a lot. Enough so that my mat is not, my sticky mat, I can feel stuff on it. Okay. I think if I go to here, it's probably fine. Let's see. Nope. Too far over. And that looks like it's got it about right. Okay, so we're going to have it lined up right about here. And I'm using some tape on here so I know where my card, in case my card shifts, I know right where my card is supposed to be. I can actually tape it. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it like that. And then this is going to go into the corner there. And now my fish are right where I need them. Okay, so we're going to start off. I also wasn't sure what colors to use because like, okay, well, I have what colors I've got, what is going to work well. I'm going to do this first part with cookie dough. It turned out really nice as that background base. So we're going to do that. Do I have a pouncer that is about the right color? I do have a brown one that I haven't used in a bit, so I don't even know what color's on here. Looks like nothing's on there, which is good. Okay, so now I can grab up some cookie dough. I'm going to grab it up with my pouncer. And I am going to start with the edges because that way I can make sure that I'm not getting way too dark anywhere. Oh, that is perfect. It's going to be kind of it's cookie dough color. Todd asked me for a light color or something, and I told him, well, let's try cookie dough. And he's like, well, what color is that? It's like, it's cookie dough color. And he was saying, well, there's lots of different colors of cookie dough. And I'm thinking, no, I don't need cookie dough on that one. I just need it on the fish. I need green on there. And you can also bring in a brush to make different parts a little bit darker, but the thing is, the way that this is designed, she did so much of the detail work just inside the stencil. So nice. And I probably could have gone lighter than this, but that's okay. Okay, so we're starting off with cookie dough. Let's pick up this stencil. Oh, I need the green. I need the green. I forgot about the green. Let's just take out the brush and one of my greens. I'm going to use Later Gator and Ivy League. I probably should have stamped these first. I'm going to stamp them next and then I'll do the next layer of stenciling. That'll work. It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so we can now have our base layer done. And then I'll pull this up and then pop it to the side so I don't get ink on everything. Okay, let's take out the stamps. And the stamps are a perfect fit. What I did last time is I actually put them over that stencil to try to get them in place. And it was really close, but it was a little bit off, and I know it. Oh, I also didn't do... Oh, it's not on there. I don't know where this goes, so I think I'm going to wait to do the little... Is that on the next stencil? I thought I saw it on one of the stencils. Oh, it's actually on that. I'm looking through the stencil to see where stuff goes. Maybe I am supposed to stencil first. I'm going to do that. I have a feeling that in order to line all of these things up the way I need it, I really need to have all the color down first, and then we will have the black go over the top. We'll heat set, heat emboss, and then fussy cut everything out. Okay, so that was layer number 1. This one is layer number 2. And when I did the lily pads last time, I didn't actually ink them. I just used the stamps for them last time. So I'm going to put this one down right here over in the edge. I have a feeling you don't actually need to use the stamp, but you can if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to add some Ivy League for those lines in my lily pads. So now we've got a lighter green, which is the Later Gator, and then we've got Ivy League, and I may just do all the rest with Ivy League because there's going to be, I think, is there another layer for those? No, it's just the 2. Well, that's perfect. I think that works out good. Okay, so we've got those. Move them out of the way again. Yeah, I'm using most of my colors of Simon Hurley ink because I can. All right, so this next layer, I like looking at the fish to see, okay? So the next part is basically the tail and the fins. And I'm thinking, okay, it says gray, so let's go with some gray. I have my shady. I also have Black Widow. We'll be using that in a minute. Where did I put? Here's shady. So I've got my shady. And these are kind of small areas, so I'm just going to use a little brush. Anyone wants to check out what I just made? What? Terry Cooper did something in the Discord. Okay, if you want, I can put the lyrics into a Suno thing if you want. If you want. And then we can add it to all the things. So this is just some shady. So it is a gray. It's not a black. But thank you for that, Terry. Terry just put in some lyrics for us. So she may have gotten her lyrics. I don't know if she wrote them or got them from ChatGPT, but I got my lyrics for the other. I actually got it from one of them. I've used Gemini to say, how do I do this? And I don't remember exactly what the instructions were for that. I'm starting to make myself a database of how do I do this again so I can do it the same way next time for things because I forget. And I don't want to have to ask it again. Plus, Gemini changes its mind a lot. And I think what it is it decides to try to find the best option that it knows about at any given moment to do a specific task that you tell it. Like if I want to add things on the fly to my Notion database, which is one of the things I'm working on, and so far it's fabulous. It gave me one recommendation for a form, and then today it gave me another recommendation going back to Google Forms for a different task. But I have a feeling that it's because it's wanting to find what is the best option for the end result I'm trying to do. Oh, you're on lockdown making free pictures. Yeah, I love the way that Suno did. I've done some things with ChatGPT. And that's the thing. I'm using like 3 or 4 different AIs. Some of them have got a really short amount of things that you can do with them. Gemini, I've found you can do a lot more with it than you can ChatGPT, but it has, because I use it so much, it has started losing its mind and forgetting what I just told it. So sometimes that's frustrating. Or telling me to do something and I said I already did that and it didn't work, and then it still tries to tell me to do it again. It's like, that's not going to work. Okay. So you can see the fish are starting to come together. And I do like the image that you made for me, hon, and I have to use it somewhere. I haven't figured out exactly where or how I'm going to do it yet, but I am going to use it. Okay. Here's the thing, if you don't put these in the right order, let's say I do it this way, the fish is not going to fit. So you need to make sure you do it the right way. Okay, I'm not going to color that one in. That is actually for the lily, and that I think is where you can put it on another piece and then layer it on top. And I may use that later, but that at least gives you an idea of where she planned for it to go. Okay, so for this next one, we're showing in the picture orange, and I decided to use Guppy. So we're going to use some Guppy. Taking out my pouncer. I'm liking my pouncers. I do like when stencils have got big open spaces like that. I definitely like the pouncers for that. If I'm wanting to get a nice variation of color, or a, let's say, have a little bit darker on the edge or something like that, the brushes work good. This is if you want a solid color of anything. Okay. So your tools, they all have a specific purpose, so don't be afraid to use them for that purpose. Ah, look at that. Fishes are wonderful. I do like koi fish. And right now, I'm just picking up that ink and pressing it further in to make that color even darker and more vibrant. I mean, no point in wasting, right? And then let's take a look. Kelly, yay! Kelly says, I think I figured out my vision issue. Well, what is it, honey? We want to know. We don't want you to have to give up crafting. Look at our fish. Okay, this next one is black. Okay? It's for all of those black markings that are on our little fish. So I think I'm gonna just use this one. This is kind of a pouncer thing. Hey Sharon, welcome in. And we're gonna bring out our Black Widow. And look at that. I had dry eyes, even though they didn't feel dry, but my doctors are sending me for an MRI to rule out MS. What? What mats do you have besides the stamp wheel, and if it is a great accessory to have? So for the sticky mats, I've got this one. I've got two waffle flower grip mats. What those basically are, and this is just to give you an idea, those are giant stamps. Those are giant stamps. So this is a giant stamp that has a grid on the back. The grid means that you could actually do a texture thing using it as a stamp if you want to. So you could definitely do that. And they fit different ways. I mean, this one fits great for this. I have a second Alta New one, same kind of grid. That's in a, I haven't pulled it out in a while since I got this one. It's all Jen's fault. And it is a great tool to have. My idea on tools is that they all have a purpose. It depends on what you want to use, okay? So if you're wanting to hold your stencils down, if you're wanting to use it, if you wanted to use it as to hold your stencils down or hold your paper in place when you're doing ink blending, the mat is great. If you want it to be your stick mat for when you're doing something in your MISTI or your stamp wheel, it's great for that. So it really depends on which tool you want to use it with. I have both, so I have both. And this one is the Stamp Wheel 2.0. One of the great features about it is bigger. And it has this little thing here. So if you're doing really big, you can actually do it off of you can put bigger paper on there. Elizabeth wants a 3.0, which does not exist. And that one, she's thinking would be big enough for scrapbook paper. I also have recently gotten a Stamp MISTI Light, which is smaller, lighter, lot less space. Any advice on what A2 score line for an easel card? If it's a top fold, I usually do about halfway down one of the sides, regardless of what size card it is. So I would say if for a 4 1/4, you do probably about a 2 1/8, or anywhere from around 2 to 2 1/8. Just depends on how much space you want that fold to be. I'm real flexible when it comes to scoring sides. The only one that I use all the time is my card bases. My general card base size is at 4 1/4 by 5.5, and just needs to make sure it is that one. You bought the new MISTI to use on scrapbook pages. Awesome. I don't do anything on scrapbook pages, so that's one reason why I don't have that. All right. So we have one more for our fish, but take a look. Isn't this fabulous? And the last one is some of that little oh, you got all of the Misties. Just wondered, well, which one are you wanting to hold your card in place and why? So knowing what you want to do with it is going to make it a lot easier to figure out which one is probably the best option for you, because I don't think you have to have all of them unless you just want all of them. But I would say whichever one you think you're going to use it for most, go with that one first, and then you can always wait till they're on sale, go to the next one, try out one, see if you like it, and then go forward. Okay, I'm going to take back out my gray because we're just going to put a little bit darker in those spots. I don't necessarily need it to be black. So we're putting in some gray. And then you guys can tell me, do I need to stamp it or just leave it? Because I think it looks great either way. And I'll show you the difference on that one that I stamped out last night after I got done with all this. And with the stamp, that also means that you can, you like that you can remove the sides for bigger sheets. So it does the same thing for I haven't seen that Misty. So the new Misty, the newest Misty I knew was out is the Misty Light, and that's the one that I recently got while I was in Texas. And one reason why I like having additional things is because I want to be able to have stuff while I'm there that doesn't take up as much space and yada yada yada, all the things. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. Jasmine says, I played with this set and the bubbles last night. Absolutely. I did too. Look at that. Look at the fish. Okay. So this is what the fish look like without the extra lines. This is what the fish looks like with that little bit of extra definition on there. And I think they look great both ways. This one kind of looks more realistic. So I could fussy cut it out with a little white border and put it on top of our background panel. But I want to know what you guys think. No stamp. I'm not stamping it then. You just saved me a thing. Thank you so much, Miss Melissa. And I didn't even actually need the tape on there, but it did help. It made me feel better about accidentally moving things. So let's go ahead and fussy cut this out. And yes, I did use a lot of colors. So Cookie Dough, Guppy, Black Widow, and Shady for the fish. Later Gator and Ivy League for the lily pads, and then for the background, Midnight Snack, Clear Skies, High Tide, Iced Out, Beluga, and Clear Skies for our lovely our background. And this is big enough for 2 cards if I want to use it for 2 cards, which I might have to do that. This also means it's because I did these on a second one, I don't waste any of that background, you know? And this set, you can get the die to go with it, so you don't have to do the fussy cutting like what I'm going to do. Actually, that kind of looks cool, yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of stencils too. Oh, this one has this has a ton of stencils. I think each of the sets comes with 5 stencils, but it gives you all the details, and they were so easy to line up. I know, I said I was going to leave a white line around it, and I guess I'm not. Yeah, I didn't get the dies, but there are dies that you can get. I didn't get all of the collection. That's the thing. There's so many things in there. It's like, okay, I have to pick the ones that I have time to create with, because I have a lot. We've got so much this month, guys. I'm just saying. Yeah, there are a lot of new collections coming out. I just did the first card with the Spellbinders clubs Wednesday. So we just did that one. And now I've got a ton more. So we've got more of the clubs. And then next week, today's the 3rd. I think it's next week. I have to check my calendar again. So today is the 3rd. And on the 10th, which is next Friday, we will do another live, another bonus live. I know, I said I was cutting back. Maybe I won't do Wednesday. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do an extra. But we will be doing another live on the 10th because Spellbinders collections come out on the 10th. And then I have a couple new things on the 15th, which is the following Wednesday. And then we have another new collection on, is that the 14th? I think that one's supposed to be the 15th. Where's my date? Why is the date not showing where I told it to be? Project due date supposed to be up there. Oh, it's because I was on the wrong page. Okay, that explains it. Cancel. Go to the page. Yeah, that one's on the 14th. Tranquil Garden is on the 14th. So I've got new Spellbinders things. I've got new Catherine Pooler things. I have got new Hero Arts things. So much. I said yes too many times again in this month. Yeah. Funny, yesterday I finally got last month's Spellbinders kit. I know they're having some issues trying to get the stuff in, because I know that Jen was talking about how that they're saying that the embossing folders are still going to be a little bit later. They're not coming in until like late in the month, but you will still have them to play with. So it's sad, but I know generally they don't start mailing out. I think a lot of the clubs don't go out until around like the 22nd or something. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry that you guys don't get them faster, but at least by the time that you get them, there's a lot of inspiration out there for you to look at so you can see all the fun things that you can do, or get some more ideas. Problem is a lot of these products they cannot be made in the United States because there's no manufacturing place to do them. I know, right? Spellbinders suitcase die. Let me see, which one was that? I go to this other list so I can see them all. That one is probably We All Have Baggage is probably the one you're talking about. And yeah, that's the thing. I saw there were so many cute things. I had to say yes to a lot of them. So yeah, we're going to be making a bunch of cards this month. Yeah, which is another reason why this weekend I have to get my taxes done. That's a #1 high priority thing. I actually logged in to H&R Block yesterday so I can get started on it. So I need to get that done, and then I have to get my summit stuff done and different things like that. It's gone again. Why did that happen? So I have to go back and look. I have to go back and look and see why that disappeared. I don't think I hit a button for that. But the overlay disappeared, so I am sorry. Yes, do that. I do know that Stencil appreciates it when you guys notice that Temu is selling. Well, it's not so much that they're selling new releases before them. They're selling the stuff, period, that is Spellbinders. Spellbinders does not sell on Temu, does not sell on AliExpress. So if you're seeing any of those things over there, they are basically stolen the designs from Spellbinders. It's a copyright thing. And Spellbinders is definitely aware, but every time that you guys let them know, they can work on getting it removed from that website. I mean, that's one reason why I don't shop from them. I mean, I know you can get some stuff cheap, but they're stealing the artwork from the people that worked hard to create it. You know? Okay, this time there's no way I can do the whiskers on the fish. So I'm not going to try to do this one close fussy cutting. This one's going to have a white border around everything because I don't trust myself to try to do it the other way. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And when you're fussy cutting, you typically need to turn the paper, not your hand, not your cutting hand. I mean, I do a little bit of both, but I do more cut and turning of the paper because it's easier to control. And these scissors, because of the spring assist in there, are so nice. I think that's probably the reason that my mother-in-law got her first pair. It was so that it would be easier on her wrist. She does have arthritis, which I did not realize that she did. Because I would think that knitting would not be good for that. But it turns out knitting is actually good for your arthritis. So that's one reason why she picked it up. Oh, by the way, my mother-in-law... my mother-in-law has... she knits. Yeah, all I'm doing for my fussy cutting, and thank you for saying that it's good, is I'm just basically trying to keep about 1/8 of an inch. I'm used to that 1/8 of an inch type of thing. So between 1/8 and 1/16 of an inch, I'm trying to keep that much of a white border around everything. And if you just stick to the same distance, that works. Norma says, hi, Tigger. And I'm assuming that he wandered off already because, you know, that's what Tiggers do.
It's delicious, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
And I did this morning fix the loudness factor on our little cat. So he's nowhere near as loud as he was. Oh, did you hear they said hello to you, Tigger?
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Did you get most of the stuff done you wanted to get done today? Yes. So there is our fish. How nice is that? Thank you, Jen. I actually was listening to one of the videos and I heard that there was my voice and the music seemed to be about right, but Pando, for some reason, that one was just loud. I had to go on to their website settings to fix it. It's where I couldn't fix it on my end, but it's where it was just too loud on that end. But I love this. Yay! Okay, one more fishy to do. And then I need to do some sentiments and we will be about done with this card. You could, of course, use all of the things we're playing with today to make interactive pop-ups, all sorts of things, just like you would with pattern paper and such. So you can make a lot of different kind of ideas. And there are a lot of dies in Sabrina's collection that are made for doing pop-up interactive cards. I just had an idea. I may have to try that. I'm not sure how it'll work with these, but I may have to try it. I'm not going to do it right now. I will do it later, but let me do this fish first. Thank you, Miss Norma. And thank you for the compliments, because I say that I don't like fussy cutting. I don't fussy cut much. And it's true. I use dies all the time. And I think it's only been somewhat recently that I started actually doing a little bit of fussy cutting. And mostly that just is, you know, sentiments that I don't have a die for. But I think I've used dies so much that I have an idea of where that line's supposed to go. So I'm just, yeah. It's just like with anything else. You get used to doing the things, and you can mostly replicate it. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm replicating what I know my dies tend to do. Just giving that little bit of a white offset. And it's turning out pretty good. I have to say, Timo showing Spellbinders is helpful because I need it. Because I see it and I'm like, I need it. And you run over Spellbinders' site to get it. Don't forget to use my links. But if you've got an idea, well, I pretty much show you all the, well, I don't get all the things. That's the thing. Y'all don't see all of the things because I actually have said no to some. Norma, if your fussy cutting looks like a hack job, honey, it's just you need a little bit more practice. That's all. Maybe we should do a lockdown of fussy cut practice. No, y'all would not come to that. All right, so we have our little fish. We have our background. And the texture just feels nice. Those bubbles have got texture. So let me move all of my ink pads out of the way. And I think I need a couple of sentiments, and then I can start deciding how I want all the things to be layered up. I have more ink. I have more cardstock here to do my sentiments with, and I need at least 2. And this is an opportunity for me to show you how this part works after I take the tape off. Yeah, this is one of those collections that when she came out with, it's like, oh my god, I have to have that. So that's why I say yes to so many things. Okay, so I took this part off of the side, so now this can lay flat while I'm stamping everything. How cool is that? So there are a couple of sentiments in here that I thought was really cool. One of them is this one about perseverance. I think that one is really nice. So I want to do that one. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. I do like this one. May the future bring you much happiness. I think I may just do those 2 and, well, and this one. And this one. So I'll do these 3, but I'm going to do this main sentiment, the may the future bring you much success. I think I'm going to do that one twice. And again, I do not have dies for these, so I'm just going to be fussy cutting those out as well, or using a paper trimmer. Either way works.
It's delicious. Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Just lining that up, picking it up, and I think I want to do heat embossing on these. I'm going to grab out my VersaFine Clair. If you have inks, you've got a lot of what you need to make a lot of wonderful cards. There's so many fun ink techniques, and you can do so much with it. At some point, I'm going to have to start bringing back out my Tim Holtz inks, because, yeah, I have those too. I haven't used them in a bit. Is this the one that's not that? Yeah, there's no ink coming out of this one.
It's
I think
delicious.
this is my old
Marai
one.
Scrappy Creations 11.
Where's my new one? Did I take it out last night and not put it away? Well, what the heck? I put it in the wrong drawer. What's wrong with me?
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
There we go.
It's delicious. Marai Scrappy Creations 11. Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Perfection. And let's go ahead and add some embossing powder down for that one. Okay, I just noticed that there was something said before all the fishy stuff. I can't fussy cut for life. I used to watch Richard Gray and tell him I'm sending all my stuff that needs fussy cutting.
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Well, that's also one reason that the scan and cut is fabulous, and I'm going to do more with the scan and cut at some point when I can get everything set back up. It's going to be a little bit, so don't ask me about it, but I do plan on doing some scan and cut videos before too long. And yes, after I stamped it, I did notice that the little bit of the S didn't actually stamp, but that's okay. Wabi sabi, right?
It's delicious, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
I love these fish. This is just such a pretty design.
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Okay. So that one's done. I'm going to do one more of the May Success. I just need to clean the stamp and put all of this stuff back down into my stamp positioner.
It's delicious, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Smooth the fishies out the way so they don't get wet.
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
I am loving this. I'm sorry, but look how clean those got so fast. I am loving this scrubber thing. Yeah. I was not expecting to love it that much. Just saying.
It's delicious, Marai Scrappy Creations.
And yes, I've
11.
had it in my stash for a little bit, and then I haven't really used it much, and it's like, but it's doing such a great job. I mean, these are not perfectly clean, but they are pretty darn close. And that was like, what, 2 seconds?
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Let's go back in there. I'm gonna tape it down. It's warped, so it's not wanting to stick. It's warped because I heated it. Okay, there we go.
Woohoo. We leveled up.
We leveled up again. We have a green cat. Look at him. He's green.
It's delicious, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
It's delicious, Mary. Mari's Crafty Creations 11.
Ah, refreshing. Thanks, Marai Scrappy Creations 11.
Man, I can
Marai
feel the
Scrappy
humidity
Creations
in
11
all of
changed colors.
all of my paper right now. This is, I'm feeling it. So, just so you know, I know. Don't tell me that. Hey, your paper's warped. Yeah, I know. Everything I think is warped because it's been so humid, and I just spilled that all over the place. That's all right. And yes, I know there's stuff in my embossing powder that doesn't belong there, but it's okay. All right. Almost done. Almost done. Yeah, I know. I say I'm almost done when I still have to cut everything, put everything together, and all the stuff. But we are basically almost done. So... we are going to start our giveaway. And I had to reset the thing. So in case you were wondering what I was doing. Alrighty, so if you want if you want a card, if you want a fishy card, I'll let you pick which one. But if you want one of my fishy cards, type into the chat !and join to get in on the giveaway. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these out. For the ones with the straight lines like that, I like using some scissors that have got a long blade. And that's just so that you can see. You lost your circle die for the flower out of the Sip of Olay set? What? No. Is that the circle die that I have sitting over here waiting for somebody to claim it?
If you were not watching Mary Kay's Crafting Creations, and you were not following Mary Kay's Crafting Creations, you were wrong, and Krampus is gonna poop in your stocking.
Krampus is gonna poop in your stocking. $24 people, yay! So yeah, if you want to get in on the giveaway, be sure to type into the chat !join. Kitty. Cat. Yeah, do cat. Oh yeah, Barb, you have to put !join to get in on the giveaway, honey. Thank you, Mary. Kitty. Okay, I'm kind of thinking for this one, I'm kind of thinking I just need that up at the top, and that's going to be perfect. I don't need the second sentiment on this one. And there are our additional fish. I don't know why, but I kind of like that going down the side like that. I think I like that. So this one is mostly flat. I could pop that up, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna start with cutting this in half. And then we'll see how much trimming it needs. So this one is, it's 8.5, so it needs to be cut at 4 1/4. Oh, I kind of like that. I don't know if I want to keep any of the white space though. I'm going to trim this one down, so not any more on this edge, but cut it down a little bit, mostly on that one. I'll cut this one enough to make sure it is straight. And then we're going to cut it down so it's going to be at 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to cut off a lot of that. I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2, and then I'll cut another bit off of this end. So, I think that works. Do I have a link to my embossing powder? I wasn't planning on using it today, so I didn't put one in there, but I use a couple of different ones for clear. There's WOW, and then there's Ranger. So Ranger, there is a link to one of the Ranger products. It's the Simon Hurley one. So if you go to that one and then go to embossing powder, you should find the Ranger clear embossing powder there, because that is one of the ones that I use. If you're wanting the WOW, I can get you that one specifically. And then I'm kind of trying to decide how I want this. I think I want this down at the bottom. And yes, I keep on looking up. I spent some... What did I spend on the text? I think I like that. Yeah, both of those are brands of embossing powders that I like, so either one is good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a card base by scoring it once I remember where I put my scoring board. And then we'll put that together. That is just so pretty. I like 110 pound. So the one that I'm using is some from Michaels. And what the question was is Kelly wanted to know what's the best card weight. What's the best weight cardstock to use for card bases? So personally, I love heavyweight cardstock. So I use 110 pound, 300 GSM from Michaels. You do want to look at the GSM, because I have also bought 100 pound, 110 pound Nina Solar white cardstock before, and it didn't feel the same because the GSM was lower. So you always want to look at your GSM. So I'm thinking try to use something that's going to be around 300, and it should be nice and crisp. This is still crisp even though it is humid here, and like all my cardstock is basically a little bit waterlogged right now. Because we got humidity. It's like it was too cold for a while, and then it's gotten warm again, but it's not been warm enough really to run the AC like we would normally be doing. So we don't have the AC being my dehumidifier. This is not as bad as what I've had when it's gone, when we've had a hurricane. When we had a hurricane and no power and anything, it's hot, it's humid, and we have no AC. So my paper has felt really weird during a hurricane. Okay, we're using some foam because foam is life. And Mary says she uses Nina 110 for her digis. Yeah, exactly. So it's great for regular weight kind of cardstock. It's better than some of the really lightweight cardstocks when it comes to wanting to make sure that your sentiments pop when you've got them up on foam and those kind of things. But it's not necessarily heavy enough weight, in my opinion. This is my opinion, guys. People, you do what you do. I like that heavyweight feel. I have, though, if you're one of those people that you put lots of layers, you put liquid glue and then you layer up and you do collaging and all those things on your card bases, you're probably going to want to do a lower weight so it's not too bulky. I typically just have got, well, you see what I do. I've got my card base, I've got one layer of cardstock for my background panel, and then I've got things that I put on top. So these are not going to be super, super thick that I put onto my card. So it works. If I were doing a lot of collaging and things, it probably wouldn't work as well. Okay, so I can do a fish this way. You could do this. Oh, that's a nice one too. I think I'm going to do one like that. Let me trim this panel down and do the other one face the other direction. Because now I like this one too. It's like, I don't know. All right, so we need to trim. This is going to be, oh gosh. So this part needs to be down to 4. So I'll go ahead and trim the 4. And this one I'm going to trim to about there, and then we're going to see what this side looks like. If I go to 5.5, then I can trim a 1/4. I'll do an extra 1/8 of an inch on both sides. There we go. That looks good. And still gives me that little bit of white all the way around. Gina K has a good layering weight T yardstick. I'm not surprised. Gina is fabulous when it comes to doing, I mean, she does a black mat on so many of her cards. So she's got her card base, her black mat, and then her card panel, and she knows exactly where they go. And that's fabulous. Because it is one of those things that takes you a little while to get used to what you like. You know, you may decide you like the white border around. You may decide you like border to border, you know, full coverage of your cards. And there's no right or wrong on it. It's just the design that you like to do. And you may change your mind and you may decide, oh, I'm going to try something different. And all of those are perfect options. This is art. There are no real right or wrong. There's just what effect do you want to create? And using the products and tools that are going to get you the result that you're looking for. Okay. Thank you, Norma. Okay, so apparently I said something right, and Norma agreed with me. Now, hopefully she will type it in somewhere that I said something right. But yeah, I don't have, yeah, I'm not perfect, and I know I'm not perfect, and I think this is artwork though. There are some things that I like to do that other people don't, and vice versa. Okay, I think I kind of mutilated that a little bit, but that's okay. The hard part is going from highly analytical perfectionist, me in every job I have ever had, and being willing to not be 100% perfect, knowing that actually makes it look better, and not getting all freaked out because something isn't lined up exactly the way I want it. Okay, let's put some foam on this guy. A good layering weight yardstick. I have to say, oh, okay, I think for some reason I was thinking you were saying a good layering weight and yardstick, or like a I don't know. Probably I was thinking like a template or something, but I see what you're talking about now. She's got basically a good way to see what the weight is. I did look into card weights at one point years ago, probably before I started doing much YouTube. Now that I'm looking back at some of the stuff that I used to do. Oh, you've never made an A2 top fold. Okay, for an A2 top fold, it's the same as an same as what I'm doing here, except you cut it the opposite direction. One reason why I don't do that much is because my paper trimmer, yeah, the one that can go can go vertically on the card. Yeah, I don't really like it that much. I'd have to take out my big trimmer, and it's right now in my other room. And then you just score it at the other part. So what exactly are you doing with the A2 top fold? I have some over here because I made some a while back. Just the bases. So with your 8.5 by 11 cardstock, instead of cutting it here halfway, you cut it there, and then you score it at 5.5 instead of 4.25. Oh, you're saying that she had good cardstock and spell check put in yardstick. Okay, yeah. Well, there's a lot of companies that have got great heavyweight cardstock. I haven't tried them all, mostly because if I run out, Michael's is 3 miles from the house. So if you're doing an easel card on that, I normally will score it about halfway. I'm flexible, but I fold it. Let me do that. I'm going to do this one because I'm probably not going to use this if I don't go ahead and do something now. And maybe I'll have an extra fish or something to do with. So I'm just going to score it. I look at it and think, oh, wait, what do I want to do? So we've got 5.5. 2 3/4 is going to be the halfway mark. So I would normally score it right about there. And that means that I can put something here to be the bumper or to be the holder thing. Let's see. Did I already put that on there? So if I put that... I'm just looking at now if I did it this way. I could do that. What do you think? Do we want to do this? Yeah, Michael's has 110 pound cardstock. So did this answer the question? Okay, right now it's not holding because I don't have anything there that's going to hold it. So I'm going to put that there to pretend it is the popped up piece. And I could put my little fishy there. Or you could have it further up if you want. And I have an unopened... This one is White Dove. Or is it open? It might be open. This is my 110 pound 300 GSM from Michael's. This is what I use for my card bases. And you could also go, I would say go onto their website, see if they have it in the store, because I think the last time I went in there, they were saying that they weren't going to have it. And it turned out they did, but they were saying they weren't going to have it. So, you can have it delivered. You can order it, pick up from the store, and always get it when it's on sale. That's one reason why I have used Michael's cardstock for so long. Is I would always get it on sale. I wound up stockpiling a bunch because they would have like their BOGO buy one get one half off, those kind of things. And I was able to get a lot of cardstock for less expensive. Some cardstocks, it does matter. I mean, if you want to do some, I need to start experimenting with other papers, like my paper pads that I've got that are like watercolor or Strathmore or different ones like that work great on lots of different things. Kelly, you have to go. Does that mean that if you win, you want me to tell you? And do you guys want me to turn this one into an easel card? Do we need to do that? I think I'm going to do that. And I don't particularly like this color for this, so I'm going to use some white instead. Which means taking out and hoping that the blade is not dull. The blades I find that the blades on this type of trimmer, and it's not just this one, this type of trimmer usually wind up, they dull so fast. I don't really know why. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one at 4 1/4. And let me see which one's which. That's the emboss. This one is the that's the score, and this one is the blade, and it doesn't feel like it's in there. Y'all are saying might as well. Okay, so this is what I mean. I don't really like that edge, but I'm gonna fold it in half, and then I'm gonna trim it again, just to get that a little extra off. But at least we are on the right side. And if this is the type of trimmer that you've got that's got the little embossing tool, you can put this one in here as well, and then score it at the other part, which is going to be at 5.5. So there's the little embossing thingy. So now it's embossed. So I can go ahead and, I mean, it's scored, so I can go ahead and fold that and burnish it. I am going to take out my scoring tool again and do the rest, though. Yours cuts the same way. I don't know why it is. And I mean, I went ahead and bought more blades, but I noticed that almost immediately after, maybe it's my humidity. I'm noticing now that my humidity may be an issue with some of the things I try to use, because there are people that don't have the same problem. For instance, I have had issues forever when it came to using perfect pearls, and I just figured out how to combat that. And it's super excited about that. Just one reason why we're doing that as our next lockdown. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and score it at about 2 3/4. I just like the halfway marks. That way I don't have to think about it. Use a piece of tin foil. To sharpen it, I'm talking about that it goes dull and starts with those not clean lines after like the first time. So I don't want to cut it with tinfoil every single time I use it. I mean, I know that that is a sharpening trick, but it kind of is a pain. I did go ahead and get some new blades for it, and it worked the first couple of times. It's just I don't use it that much. And it's not just this brand. I've used, this one is the Spellbinders one, but I had a Fiskars one that did the same thing. It did the same thing. Okay, I may do that. Then slices. Well, yeah. I'm wondering though if the reason that it's doing it every time is because the cardstock it's too humid and got too much water in the cardstock. I'm thinking that's probably the issue. What I think I'm gonna do, this does already have, oh, yeah, I had put foam on it. I want to do I'm gonna try to take the foam off and not ruin this. It doesn't mean I'm not adding the foam back. Somebody clip what for you? What did I do that she needs to clip? Okay, that worked. And that's probably because of humidity too. I want to trim this a little bit more and put a black mat on it. That's going to, first, for one thing, it's going to make it stronger. Also, the only black cardstock I have is heavyweight, so that's also going to make the easel part stronger for me. And then I'll pop it up. I'll probably pop it up on foam again. Probably. I know, you guys thought we were done because I said go ahead and get in the giveaway. And then it turns out, oh, I changed my mind. And it's all Kelly's fault. Well, actually, Melissa said may as well. And Eyelight says yes. And Mary said yes. So it's like I asked and you guys said, oh yeah, go ahead and do an easel card. I haven't done one in a bit. All right, so I'm not. Oh, you mean if she wins? Absolutely. So I am not using my my insanely dark, wonderful black hole cardstock. I'm using my regular. This is also Michael's Heavyweight. So first I'm going to trim this down a little bit more. And Veronica, my AC is the humidifier. It just hasn't been on enough lately to do anything. And then Ronan last week, or last Wednesday I think it was, he was telling me to put Arm & Hammer baking soda in the box that I hold my cardstock in. I don't hold my cardstock in a box. I think that might be a good idea to do something like that, but I haven't done it yet. And even if I had, it probably wouldn't have had an effect in 2 days. See, I have my, why do I keep putting that away? There we go. So I keep my cardstock basically in a drawer or on a shelf. So, yeah, okay. I'm just surprised at how thin this feels right now. It does feel it. Okay, so Deadly accidentally got into the giveaway, I think, because he just said exclamation point join, and baking soda is how you ignore. Whatever. Yeah. So I don't know what he was talking about with baking soda, but it's supposed to be a way to dry out my cardstock. Or papers, just papers in general. Okay, so we have our nice little black mat. And I could just put it right here and go with it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll use the foam for other things. So I'm putting glue in the center and leaving a little bit of space around the edges there and the edges here. You could also put it here, but there's always a chance you could go further than your halfway point. You don't want glue to be over the entire thing, because then you'll wind up gluing it shut, and you don't want to do that. Let me grab, it's here somewhere. Here's my T-square. I need my T-square. So I'm going to use, this is the wrong T-square. So I'm going to use my T-square to try to line this up correctly and not get in the glue, because I'm still trying to use that little thin 1/8 of an inch. There we go. And then putting my magnet down to hold it down. Oh, why it's holding onto that, I don't know. Okay, now we're going to place this right down. And to me, it looks like I might want to trim the end, but not sure. Okay, so now we have the base part, the first part. This looks kind of like a piece of artwork behind there. I think that is too cool. And then we can add our fish with some foam. And do I want... Oh, I think I do. So at this point, I'm just making this look like the front of a regular card base. And then we're going to add so you can basically do this with any card design. You can do it like this, and then what you're going to wind up doing is having it just pop up like this. It's an easel card. So anyway, words, right? Words. I do kind of want it like that. And I'm going to put the like the koi. That's what I want. That works. So now I'm going to trim some of this foam that I had already on there. Debbie is making art. Thank you, Adeline. It looks like a piece of art. Somebody tell Bitty Penny you said that. Oh, this card is so worth the work. This is actually a fun card. It is not really all that much extra work. All I did was create an easel card that I don't always do. The stenciling was fabulous and easy to do. I mean, we did spend a little bit more time, but I also got backgrounds in fish for 2 cards instead of just 1. So it's not really that it took too much extra work. It's basically about the same. And I think this is just fabulous. And I like that easel card idea. I haven't done one in quite a while. Maybe I'll be good and actually make the craft roulette card this week too, because I did it last week. Aren't y'all proud of me? How many of you guys did your craft roulette card? I mean, I make cards every week, but I just don't always take the time or make the time to do that challenge, you know? Idolize this finally. Finally, Debbie did. Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a year since the last time I did a craft roulette card. I think it's been probably that long since I hung out with Amanda and Roberta and Jen in the okay, do we want it this way or do we want it to go up? I think I want it coming down. I like that. Oh, so pretty. Oh, Jen, okay. Did you say, oh, Jen said finally. Oh my God. Now she was confusing us. I'm sorry. Okay, I want this. Okay, it's gonna go there. And then the sentiment's gonna go in the center. Okay, and then we're going to use this piece to be our stopper. And I'm going to back it on some black cardstock too. So this one is going to also have, it's also going to have its matting layer. And I'm going to bring it in just a little bit more than needed, and I'm going to just trim it off. What does SWAC mean? Sealed with a kiss. Sealed with a kiss. And yes, I had to ask the same thing, Veronica, when Jen started posting that in the chat because I had forgotten. Here's the OCD side of me coming in. I was about to cut all of this with the scissors, and then I started thinking, nope, I'm gonna wind up getting irritated because it's not gonna be a straight line. So yeah, I have to change it. Okay, that is closer. All right. And that looks close. I'm going to say it's good enough because wabi sabi. Unknown number 9927, exclamation point join to get into the giveaway. And I think I'm going to have it way up there, and this has got plenty of room for a personal message. Okay, so are you not able to type exclamation point join? So it says Danny Miller. Oh, how do you? You type into the chat exclamation point join. That's how you enter the giveaway. Oh, this is 2 pieces. JOIN. Join. In order to join in on the giveaway. Although this card is a little bit joyful. It's not a joyfold, it's joyful. Yay! No clue, though. What? Wait, Veronica says I was too drunk to remember the 80s. What? Somebody is saying something weird. Okay, I have to go back and see what you did. Oh, in the 80s, there was a song called Sealed with a Kiss. Okay. So, Danny, you do need to type in !JOIN to get into the giveaway. It's not !joy, it's JOIN, !JOIN to join in on the giveaway. And happy to have you, hon. So thank you so much for joining us. See what I did there? Okay, I think I want it right about there. Let's see. Perfect! We have 35 people in the giveaway right now. I want this to be straight. And I want it about there. So I'm going to push this up so I can put the top of it right there.
Beware. If you proceed from this point
Hi,
in
Ronan.
the craftosphere, you will have entered
The Chaos Zone. Is Ronan back? Oh, wait. PSA needed. Okay, I guess that means... Did I give Mary a PSA thing? I don't remember. Oh, that is great. Okay, so I did, apparently I had a PSA button for the Ronan, and I was thinking Ronan was back. But it wouldn't have gone off when he came back because he's already said something in the chat. So why is Danny unknown? Have no idea why you are unknown. Go to channel. I want to see who you are. Yeah, I have no idea. Why did they change your name? Hey, Link. I know. Isn't this great? I love this one. Are you getting in on the giveaway? Unknown as Danny. So it goes through the mail like that. And then when you open it up, set it like that, and you can have it sitting on your desk looking at you. Like the koi, navigate the currents of life with resilience and strength, for true success is born from perseverance. I like this card. I think it's very good. Oh, thank you, Miss Myrna. Okay, we have 2 cards right now that I can... Well, I'm going to add a sentiment to this one. I'm going to add a sentiment... I think I'm going to have this one go facing up. So we do have 3. And I'll let you guys pick. And I will finish putting together... Well, I can put this one together real quick. Because it's just going to be foam. And what do we say about foam? Foam is life. Even Todd knows that. The Todd knows foam is life. Yes, I will sign it, Jen. Goodness. Of course, that's probably the reason I will forget to sign something, because Jen told me to sign it. It's my handle. Oh, it's your handle. Yeah. It's one of those where I picked mine at one point, and I think they just, I don't know why they started changing them. I think it wound up changing it to emails or something. I have no idea. You may be able to go into your settings on YouTube and change it. So I would do that if at all possible. I hate that they're using those instead of the names. Okay, so here's our other little guy there, and I like this one. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. So I'll use this one as my sentiments for this one, I think. And then I could use the fish. That's almost too bright for that one. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know what sentiment I'm going to use on the other. And I had originally stamped out as many as I thought I was going to need. And then I changed my mind. Because, yeah, words. Oh, I need more foam for this guy. I mean, Danny, you did say I need to get rid of that because nobody knows it's you. That's a good and bad thing. It depends on if you want people to know it's you. Danielle says, boom! Yeah, the downside to that is it's kind of where when I see your name on there, you definitely have to tell me who you are when you win something because I won't know. So 37 people in the giveaway. If anybody else wants to get in on that, we're almost done, and I will be pulling a name in just a minute. And you'll be able to pick your koi fish. Yeah, Anne-Marie, you could do that. I would not change my, well, it depends. It does look like she does have a couple of videos up, so it really depends. Yeah, I checked out your channel. So it does have that. So it would be easy for you to change your name on there. But the thing is, I see your name on the page, but your @ is not your name. It's like, why? So you're probably going to have to change your handle. Your username looks like it says Danny Miller, but I don't know. I mean, I won't go back in and change mine. Because if I change mine at all, y'all won't be able to find me anymore. Ooh. I could do that and y'all won't be able to find me anymore. I'm joking. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Oh, these are just so pretty. I mean, I could use this one for that one. This for that, that for this. Did I just do the 2? Why, yes, I did. You know where I live. If the card on the left isn't chosen, could I get it? I'd lie, maybe. I'm not promising anything right now. I do like these are very encouraging. I do like this encouragement. This encouragement, these cards. These are, I love these. These sentiments are wonderful too. Yeah, and then it crashes your monetization and influencer stuff. I don't think I'll ever want to hide from y'all. Oh, that's nice. So this one is a flat card. I'm going to just, it's popped up on foam, but I think I'm going to just add this on there with some liquid glue, and then we're going to be done with our little koi fish. Alrighty, so these are all done. Is everybody in the giveaway that wants to get in? We are at 37. Can we get it up to 40? Really depends on how many folks are still... Oh, I accidentally got black on there. That just means this is going to have to get covered up with something. Because that happens. Say hi to him back, Norma. My 2-year-old grandson wrote y'all saying hi. Hi. Hi, Tamara. Welcome in, honey. Tamara's trying to help us get it up to 40. So we are up at 38 now. Ruth says, WJ, even if you wanted to hide, you can't. And if you tried, you would no longer be the Craftosphere boss, but would be in the chair next to Ronan. Lori says it's almost fishing season. Y'all are silly. You're silly. Okay, I guess that's going to be it. We are up to 38. That is close, so thank you guys. Getting my stamps out of the way. So here are our 3 cards. I think I want to put the easel in the middle. I am going to have to make sure I take pictures different than normal for that guy, but these are so cool. Okay, I'm putting it back down because you can't see the top of it to tell me which one you want. And yeah, I kind of like it with that black too. Maybe I'll start copying. Maybe I'll start copying Gina K and putting black mats on everything. I do them occasionally. I don't do them all the time, but this is very pretty. Alrighty, guys. Anybody else? Melissa says it is fishing season here in Alaska. So you're back home. She goes south to Mexico for the winter. Nursey Crafty Danny. Nurse Crafty Danny. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now I know who you are. Yay. Mary wants the easel. Yay. I'm going to refresh your YouTube channel page. Yay. It works. Works. Yay. Fabulous. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway, and then I'm going to eat lunch and do the things that I might see you guys in the chat on Craft Roulette tonight. I'm going to try. I get distracted by the things I'm working on and don't always remember to look at the clock. Like today when I tried to start a live stream, it's like, oh, I'm working on something and it's noon. I'm supposed to be live right now. I need to do that. Yeah, she came home for halibut season. Fabulous. Yeah, I still want you to send me some fish. Okay. So anyway, if you haven't already gotten into the giveaway, one last chance. I'm going to hit the button in just a minute so we can do the drum roll. And no, I do not have a catty drum roll sound yet. I am hoping that the Ronin will give me that. So you need to get into the giveaway if you would like to win one of the cards. And yes, you do get to pick the card that you're going to win. I'm also going to go ahead and take a look and see who is streaming so we can see if we're going to raid off to someone over on the Twitch side. I had my fish, just tempura to finish off tomorrow. Fabulous. So Link is live. Supreme Doom is live. So it depends on, are you guys in the mood for crafty shenanigans or gaming shenanigans? And you guys will have to let me know in the chat which would you would rather go to. I'm thinking you're probably still in a crafty mood, so we'll probably head off to Miss Supreme Doom, assuming that she's still going when we go over there. She usually streams pretty good. Alrighty, I guess everybody's in, so let's go ahead and do the drum roll. So the winner of our card today is going to be Miss Barb. Barbie Barb has won the card. Yay! So you'll need to fill out this form for me, honey, so I know where to send it. And go ahead and let me know there which one you want. Yes, we have... This one is mostly flat. That was my first attempt, and it is a bit lighter than the others. This one is the one we did today, where he's facing the top, facing down, facing the top, and then we have the easel card. So just let me know which one that you want, or you can tell me now, and I can put a note on here for you. All right, so it looks like she may let me know in a second. There's probably a little bit of the one facing top. Okay. So this is the one that she is wanting to get today, and today is 4/3. Let me write that on here too. Alrighty, so we're gonna end it there. We will be going to raid off to Supreme Doom. She is in the middle of her partner push. So and that is something that is on Twitch. It's basically a next level of a kind of an affiliate status kind of thing. Monetization status. And she says, can we fix this card and finish up partner push panel? Anyway, she's doing it. She's doing like a knitting or crochet. She's doing a thing. Anyway, and she's got her die cutting machine out. So I'm looking at the page anyway. The sticky note fall off if you don't put it in the card. Oh, I always put the sticky note on the back so that I know what to do when I am putting them in the envelopes. Those sticky notes don't stay on there. That's just to let me know. Okay, so it also makes sure that I look at it and I say, oh, I need to stamp the back of it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do our credits real quick. And I do want to say thank you. What? You did not lose connection. You did not do that. Goodness. Okay, so we will go ahead and do our credits real quick, and I will see you guys very, very soon. So first off, thank you to my YouTube members and Twitch subs. Thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate you so much. And thank you to everybody who has been in the chatty chat. Thank you so much. You know, when you have the sticky note have a moment to fall off on the floor. It does happen sometimes, and then I have to look it up again. Anyway, thank you guys for everything. We're going to go ahead and raid off to Supreme Doom. So give her lots of love. DJCC raid in the chatty chat so she knows that I brought you in. And if you don't know what we're talking about, head over to the Twitch and we'll go over and it'll be a thing. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys on Monday with another scrapbook. We're going to do another Spellbinders Club Crate card project on Monday. You guys have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.